I've always seen things in my peripheral vision. Not ghosts, not hallucinations, just shapes, movement. Something wrong with the edges of the world. You know that shimmer you get when you're about to pass out? Like the corners of reality start to melt away. That's what I saw every day since I was a kid. Most people grow out of it, I guess. The monsters under the bed, the things you swear moved when you weren't looking. I never did. I'm not crazy, I'm just observant. That's why I got into photography. There's honesty in still images. No trick of the eye, no blink and you miss it. A photo either shows the thing, or it doesn't. That's what I liked about it. Frame, focus, shoot. Reality frozen. No doubt, no second guessing. People didn't get me, but I didn't mind. I liked being alone, liked the quiet. Liked capturing things nobody else noticed. Forgotten places, cracks in concrete, reflections in puddles. The world looks different when you're behind glass. But lately, something's changed. Sleep started to feel optional. Not because I wasn't tired, but because closing my eyes felt dangerous. Every time I blinked, I thought I'd miss something, or worse, give it a chance to move. I started stacking furniture against the windows, piling clothes onto the doors and taping around the peephole. I disconnected the fridge. The hum was too loud, it was too alive. I began to doubt myself, then doubt the doubt. I'd replay conversations in my head and realize I couldn't remember if they'd happened at all. My reflection stopped matching my movements, and sometimes I'd catch it smiling when I wasn't. Once I heard my own voice whisper from the vent, just 2 words. Look closer. I did, and it looked back. The shadows got bolder, closer. I'd catch myself flinching at things that weren't there, turning my head too fast, heart pounding, my breath held. Nothing, as always. But the feeling stayed, like being followed, just out of reach, just out of sight. I stopped going out, started covering the mirrors, then I started sketching over and over, the vague outline of what I thought I'd seen, a shape I could never quite recall. I filled pages with frantic drawings and none of them right. I bought a corkboard and started tracking appearances, time of day, weather, direction it appeared, push pins, strings, Polaroid sketches. I tried to chart its logic. If it had rules, I'd find them. If it had patterns, I'd predict them. But the more I mapped, the less it made sense. It wasn't moving through space, it was moving around me. I kept logs, which way I turned, when I felt watched, what I saw. I scripted in notebooks that made less sense every day. My apartment looked like a crime scene designed by a madman. I began hearing things, not whispers exactly, just the idea of sound. Like a thought that wasn't mine, brushing past the edge of my mind. I unplugged everything, taped over LEDs, ripped out the battery from the smoke alarm. No reflections, no light I didn't control. I stopped answering the phone. I wasn't sure who was calling anymore, or if the ringing was even real. And one day, it worked. I developed a shot from the alley behind my building, a place I photographed a dozen times. But this time, there was something there. Thin, pale, and too tall, like someone stretched the person out of proportion. No face, just a smooth smear of where features should be, standing at the edge of the frame like it knew. The next shot, gone. I laughed, nervous and breathless, like someone realized they've been living with a loaded gun pointed at their back. I wasn't crazy, but that was somehow worse. The photos kept coming. It appeared more and more, always barely in the frame, sometimes behind me in mirrors, sometimes in windows I didn't remember opening. Then I got an idea. It hit me like a revelation. Desperation dressed up as logic. If it had stayed just out of view, I'd leave it nowhere to hide. If I could see everything, absolutely everything, then it couldn't sneak up on me. I had notes, maps, and sketches. I was a detective chasing a ghost. This was the next step. I started collecting mirrors, full-length, handheld, shards from dumpsters. My living room became a mirrored cylinder. Reflections upon reflections stacked in every direction. If it moved, I'd see it. If it came, I'd catch it. I wasn't building a sanctuary, I was building a trap. Or maybe a stage. If I could see all my peripheral vision, all of it, I'd be safe. No blind spots, no hiding places. My darkroom became a kind of observation chamber, a shrine. I set up my Polaroid to flash every 10 seconds, automatic, a strobe of visibility, and I sat in the center, camera ready, eyes wide, breathing shallow. I hadn't slept in days, didn't need to. My body felt like wire, like glass under pressure. It was working. Until the bulb blew. A sharp pop, then darkness. Real, absolute black. The kind that swallows everything. I was frozen. Heartbeat loud in my ears. Then the Polaroid lit up the room in harsh white. Shadows jumped across the mirrors. For a split second, I saw myself and something behind me. Photo prints. Closer. Beside me now. I turned. Nothing. Just reflections of myself. Wide-eyed. Trembling. But in the photos, it moved. Not in real time, only in the captured moments. Each frame, a step forward. I wasn't documenting it. I was inviting it. The last flash went off. I didn't see anything. Not then. Just darkness. But the photo, the final one, I was sitting, calm, eyes open. Every mirror showed it. A dozen angles of the thing watching me. My eyes were gone. Blood on the glass. It never needed to be seen. It just needed me to look. Thank you for watching. This was an original story from Voice of Terror. If you felt something watching this, if something lingered, there's more waiting for you on the channel. We'll see you next time.